Hi, have you heard about the Health Mercy? This app is going to change and save millions of lives. Don't scroll, just watch and see. Is that these are the awards that you can receive point for each help that you offer to people, whether you're a doctor or philanthropist. And the moment you receive up to 100 points, you receive a bronze awards. And we'll also email the awards to you as a certificate for your help to humanity. Okay, this is how the app works. This app is to connect patients that don't have money to go to the hospital, volunteer doctors, and the philanthropists. I'm going to give more details. So after creating an account as a patient, if you're sick, you go to the app and create what is called consultation case. So you go here and then give the title or the description of what is happening to your body and all that, and choose the body part where you're feeling sick, or the body part you choose them, and you go next, describe all these things, and then you upload an image if you want to upload an image to show the sickness. And then after that, you will find all the cases that you created. You can see here, these are the completed cases that have already been completed, and these are the new cases that was created. You can see how much this patient has received, supported, and all that, and how many cases. So when you create this case, this thing the app knows your information, and the app will find doctors that matches your prescription. Okay, so every time a doctor create an account, they will have what is called preferences, matching preferences, where they identify whether they want to help child, adult, elderly, male or female. All these details they will put to describe the kind of people they want to help. You can see here, and all that as well. The part of the body they want to help somebody, the part of the continent, the country, and also the state or province. So this app will be able to filter and know which doctor matches your preference. So if I am a patient and I create an account and I'm in South Africa, I'm in Western Cape, and when I submit my consultation case, this app will only show my case to doctors within South Africa and Western Cape, to be precise. Okay. And also other specification like which gender, what type of illness that the doctor prefer to treat. So if you're a doctor, you can only see the case that matches your preference. So here are the available cases, so the doctor will see. So these are the cases that this doctor has treated. Okay, these are the cases, and you can see the rewards, the ratings, and the cases and the awards. So here, as a doctor, you go here, you will click on the case if you want, and then you have to assign the case to yourself. Then after checking the patient's details, okay, the details of the patient, and then you can now decide, okay, I want to help this patient. If I don't want to help the patient and I think this is a scam, I will click here and mark it with any of this drop down, and then this very case will never appear to any doctor again. I can decline the case if I don't want to, but if I want to, I can click here and confirm that I want to help this patient. You can see when I click this, and it's going to give me more details. Okay, I can see here. So right now, I want to communicate with this patient to get to know more. I can click on the chat, and now the patient, that is waist pain, the patient will also be notified that a doctor has assigned the case to him. Okay, and now the patient can view the doctor's details, the reviews and the ratings and the point here, and can see, and then the patient can enter into a chat with the doctor. So let's say I am patient. Okay, the doctor's supposed to receive it. You can see the doctor received this chat immediately. So there will be a communication only between the assigned doctor and the patient. So nobody can enter into this chat. Only the doctor that assigned the case to himself and the patient that owned the case are able to communicate in this chat. So now they are chatting, and the doctor realized, okay, this is not something that I can prescribe medication directly to the patient. I have to refer this patient to a hospital that will be able to do a test and know the root cause of the sickness, and to know how to help the patient. But this patient doesn't have money to go to the hospital. And that is why this patient is here. So this patient the doctor will click here and put the amount that is required to help the patient. Let's say it's $300. I'm going to put the amount here. So this amount, and type anything here. Okay, something like this. So now this, when the doctor submit referral, every philanthropist registered in this app that want to help people pay their hospital bills, that matches the preference for this patient in the same location, in the same country, the same part of the body they want to help, the same gender or whatever, will be notified only. So doctor will now submit. And now let's go to the philanthropist. So you can see this philanthropist does not have this case here. But when I refresh right now, these philanthropists will have the case. Okay. Let me go back. This does not have the case. So these philanthropists, we can see the case showing up here. Okay, we can see the case. The case is called waist pain. We don't have waist pain here. So it means this philanthropist does not have a preference that matches the patient. So as a philanthropist, I can go here. Let me do a setting here, preferences. So these are the areas where these philanthropists want to help: head, eyes, and chest related illness. So with the philanthropist, let me just now choose, that is the waist, right? Now I can choose waist. So now I can see the cases that are related to waist pain. You can see it here now. It appeared. So now this philanthropist is able to help people with the waist pain. So you will click here and see the case, read about the patient profile, the case, the doctor that assigned the case or that refers the case to the philanthropist, and the amount that is needed, how much contributed. So if the philanthropist want to help, the philanthropist will assign the case to himself. And now when they assign, the doctors and the patient will also be notified that a philanthropist has assigned the case. And there can be multiple doctors and multiple philanthropists in one case. So now philanthropists can, after assigning, he can also enter a chat with the patient. Hi, I am philanthropist. So if I do this, you can see the message appeared here for the patient, and the doctor will also see the message. Okay, let's continue. And now philanthropists can now assign. After assigning, he has to make a commitment. Say, okay, I'm willing to help with $200 out of the $300 that is needed. Say, God bless you. And then the philanthropist is making a commitment of how much he or she wants to commit for this case to support. Now you confirm. Okay. When it's confirmed, it will also notify the doctor and the patient that a commitment has been made for this case by a philanthropist, waist pain. You can see here it says there is a philanthropist that committed 200. Doctor can check the philanthropist profile and see. Now, after reading, okay. Now remember, a doctor can also edit the amount if it's required, and can also unassign himself from the case. So if you decide you don't want to continue with this case, you can remove yourself. Okay, so now the philanthropist, after making a commitment, so multiple people can make a commitment to a case. So let's say there's a case that requires $1,000. There can be 5 philanthropists committing $200. Okay. And then after making a commitment is not payment. Then you click. This is how you refer. So after making a commitment, you will pay the money to the hospital. Remember, the doctor will refer the patient to a particular hospital. And now when the patient goes there, the philanthropist will have the contact of the hospital, and then any money that is required or the philanthropist has pledged to pay, the philanthropist will make the payment directly to the hospital, not to the doctor, not to the patient. So this is why this app is really amazing. You don't pay money to anyone. You're paying directly to the hospital, so you know your money is being used properly to do what it's supposed to do. So now, after the philanthropist has made a payment to the hospital, they can now confirm the payment here. Okay? They can now make the payment on the app by just marking this. And once that is done, okay, it shows that the philanthropist has made a payment, but the payment will not reflect here. Okay? The patient will have to confirm that he or she received the payment through the hospital. Okay, so the patient needs to go on the app on the same case. Then this thing will come up to tell the patient that a philanthropist said that he has made a payment of $200 to the hospital, and it's reflecting here. And then if the patient say, yes, I received treatment from the hospital through this payment, so the patient will now approve it. Once it's approved, it will now be added directly to here. You can see the progress of the payment. Out of the 300, 200 has been paid. So you can see the progress of the payment, remaining $100. Okay. So you can see also here where it's marked. So now everybody will be able, the philanthropist will see the payment reflecting, and also here is the doctor will also see the payment reflecting. Where's the case again? West Penn, yes. So here is it. So it's showing here for the doctor. And then the philanthropist can decide, okay, I want to complete the payment, or a different person, another philanthropist, can be able to pay this money. But let's say the same philanthropist want to complete the payment to put extra $100 to complete. You can say paid another 100. Okay. Now this has been paid. As it has been paid, it will still not reflect. Okay. The patient need to approve it after receiving the notification from the hospital that this money has been paid. So if the patient will come here and see the pending donation and approve it. Once it has been approved, now it shows that the fully funded, meaning the amount needed, has been completed by this person. You can see this person paid $300. You can see for a particular case. Okay, so now the doctor, so everything now is paid. The philanthropist will also, it will also reflect here for the philanthropist, the active case that he has paid. Remaining amount, $100, $0 means the money is completed. So now that the money is completed, they go to West Penn again and just scrolling so that you guys can see things in real detail. Okay, so the doctor can see as well that the money has been paid by this philanthropist. Okay, $300 paid, everything. And then the doctor can now, after the patient has received all the treatment from the hospital, confirm that he is fine or she's fine, the doctor can mark the case as completed. This patient is now fine. Put all the details here. Mark as completed. Okay. Once the doctor has marked the case as completed, the next is for the patient to also confirm that he or she is fine with the treatment that he or she has received. So now the patient will be able to mark the case as completed as well to confirm, yes, I've received this amount and I'm now fine. So after the patient has marked the case as completed, the patient can now rate the doctors, do a rating, you know, um, for the doctor, and then can also award the doctor with points. So this is the interesting part. This point is what will reflect on the doctors and the philanthropists to show how they have helped humanity. And this point can be so once, okay, I'm going to explain details. So you can now put this thing here. Okay, so awarded a point to the doctor. Now, also for the philanthropist, you can give a rating and also award some points. So this point here, it's what is a way for the patient to appreciate the doctors and the philanthropists for helping them. Meaning that this point can be used in your resume as a doctor or philanthropist and somebody that has helped humanity in your profile. And we will also send you a certificate. Okay, so this point has kind of okay, let me come. Thank you. I'm going to show you in detail, so I'm going to reward the rewards. Okay, so this has been rewarded. I'm going to show you about the point later. So you can see these are the completed cases for this patient, and the completed cases for this doctor. How many cases? 4 cases. Rewards. The doctor now has 200 rewards, 1 bronze awards. Okay, available cases that matches his preference. Let's go to the philanthropist. Philanthropist has donated $1,150, 200 rewards, 5 cases, rating 5, bronze achievement, and these are some of the cases. So you can see all the cases that you donated to, ongoing case, completed cases that he has donated to, case for funding, no new case for funding. The same applies to the doctor as well. My cases, completed. Okay, so one thing about this, you can also, as a doctor, when you assign a case to yourself, you can also unassign if you don't want to continue yourself from this case. And you can mark case as invalid if you think it's a scam or something that's not good. You can decline the case and you will no longer see this case again. Then it's going to go to your declined cases. Now, let me show you something else. If a doctor accepts a case, assign a case to himself, and now refer the case to philanthropist, okay, refer the case to philanthropist, and the philanthropist accept the case. So this case right here is ear infection. This philanthropist does not have preference for ears, so I can set it up quickly. I can set it up for ear quickly to treat cases where people have ear problem. So here I can say ears. Okay, so this case is supposed to show up now. So now you can see it came up now. You couldn't see the case because he never filled up a form that you want to accept cases for the ear infections. So philanthropists accept the case, assign the case, and makes a commitment of $100. Okay. And now later, this doctor decided to Remember, doctor can revoke any financial help. And now doctor decided to remove himself from this case. And the philanthropist does not want to leave this case. So this case will come up like this, needing doctor. So anytime you are a philanthropist, you are assigned to a case that had a doctor, now the doctor left, the case will show like this to you, needing doctor, to let you know the doctor has left the case. So now you can request for a philanthropist, a doctor to join this case. So you click this button. Okay. Then you request for a doctor to join, to accept, to join this case. And now all the doctors that matches the preference right here will receive this thing like this: priority cases, urgent, needed doctor. So this is amazing. So this is how, remember, one of the good things about this app is that you can't pay the money to the patient. You pay directly to the hospital. And that is really amazing. You can communicate on all this. And a doctor's profile need to be verified before they can help patient. Philanthropists at the same time need to be verified before they can help patients. And that is how this app works. There are so many other things that are on this app that you can explore as well. And that's all. You can check your decline cases if you have one. And that is it. And God bless. Okay, one thing that I forgot to mention is that these are the awards that you can receive. So you have bronze for 100 points, silver for 300 points, and gold for 500 points, and 1,000 for platinum for 1,000 points, and diamond for 5,000 points. So anytime you receive, you'll be receiving points for each help that you offer to people, whether you're a doctor or philanthropist. And the moment you receive up to 100 points, you receive a bronze awards, and we'll also email the awards to you as a certificate for your help to humanity. You can put that on your social media. We're going to put that on the Google as well. You can put that on your LinkedIn account, on your resume profile, wherever you are doing. You can use that to showcase what you have done for humanity. There are people, I've seen people, pregnant women die because of $10, because of $10. So your little contribution to somebody's life can make a difference. Maybe that person you're going to pay $10 in the hospital for him or her to receive treatment will help them to be alive. So this is a wonderful opportunity for us to make difference in the life of other people. No matter how little that you can contribute, that will make a big difference in the life of others, because there are people who cannot afford, who cannot afford to go to the hospital because of $10, because of $5. Imagine when you register as a philanthropist and you're able to support a case with $5. Before you know, somebody will get a help. I've seen somebody die because of $5, $10. They couldn't go to the hospital. And as a doctor, you can just devote maybe 10 minutes a month or 10 minutes a week to answer questions, refer people to philanthropists on the app. This is an amazing app. The mobile app is ready, but not yet out. We're still working with the registration to put things in place before that can be made for the public to use. Shalom.